Hi, I'm Lay and welcome to my beauty channel. Today we're going to be talking about Colourpop's Meant to Be palette. Girl, I have been loving these Colourpop monochromatic, their whole monochromatic series. I did a look on their Nude Mood palette, but what I realized is that's not a part of the monochromatic series. The monochromatic ones actually come in like this plastic type material and they don't have like the name at the top. I think the Nude Mood and like my Elsa palette are like limited edition. I'm not really sure, so I really don't want to speak on it. But so that one I had said that it was one of their monochromatic series, but it's not. But this one is, and girl, let's talk. First of all, I love spring. Let's just get that right out there. I love spring and I love summer. I love pastels. Like, let me tell you, pastels give me so much joy. It's not even funny. I love all the pastel colors. I like those peaches. I love powder pink. I'm such a girly girl and I'm 100% proud of it. Like, no shame. Okay, so let's get into it. The first thing I'm going to talk about is the packaging. This packaging's so pretty. Like, I wanted to do a look that was light, airy, and just kind of got you in that spring vibe with the way things are going on right now in the world. So the Meant to Be palette is this one right here. It's a really pretty pastel green. It's, you know, that minty fresh. That's the kind of vibe I get when I see it. It has all these minted shades. They're so pretty. All of the shimmers like give me so much life and they're so pretty. And the packaging, I mean, I love this whole like Meant to Be. I don't understand the you know, how all the names mix with Meant to Be. Like, Get Fresh, I don't get it. Like, maybe these are movies, like old movies that I've never seen. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna jump into the tutorial. This is a very simple tutorial. I think anybody can do this. You want this really pretty spring fresh look. See my thoughts on this palette. Let's hop right into it. Okay, so I've already prepped my skin for today. I've used the CeraVe moisturizer. This is a daily lotion moisturizer. I also added some Fourth Ray Beauty Radiant Vitamin C Elixir just because I am using a matte foundation today. So we're prepped, we're good to go. I'm going to quickly do my brows and prime my face using the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so I'm going in with the Meant to Be palette, and first thing I'm going to do, hold on, let me make sure that I am in focus, in frame. So the first thing I'm going to do is prime my lids. I'm going to use the P. Louise base in Rumor Zero just because it's a white base and I am doing a colorful look. Well, I want it to be colorful. Like, I want it to show up like minty green, you know? So I actually just cut my brow using the little razors just so that, like, you know, the hairs weren't sticking through, and it kind of hurts a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and pat this on the eyelid, and this is just going to serve as, you know, my lid primer. And just to help that out a little bit, I'm taking my Zoeva concealer buffer brush and I'm going to buff out the edges so that it blends into my concealer. Now, if you bring it out really far, that's okay. It's going to get covered with foundation, so don't worry too much about the edges. So the first shade I'm going to go in with is going to be my crease shade, my main crease shade, and I think what I'm going to use for that is Menthe. Again, words that I cannot pronounce. So my first crease shade is Menthe. Okay, so my audio went out at this point. I'm not really sure what happened, but as you can see, I'm just blending that shade into my crease area, and that it kind of has like this matcha color to it. Like, does anybody else get that from these shades. Like, it gives me like matcha green tea vibes. So I'm going to blend that into the crease area, and then I'm going to take a Morphe M506 brush and move on to my crease, like deepening the crease. And I'm using the shade Ice Cold, which is not an icy color, which is why I don't understand why they named it Ice Cold. But anyways, this shade is called Ice Cold. It's like a more like a bluish green. It's really pretty. It goes with the fall vibes and, you know, that spring, I'm sorry, I said fall, the spring vibes, and it has like that spring, like Easter shade. So pretty. So now I'm going in with Minty, and I'm placing that on my lid. It's a really pretty shimmery shade, and I'm just kind of swiping that on there. This isn't a cut crease, so I'm not being too precise. I do want that shimmery shade to blend into Ice Cold, just so that I have like a nice, you know, like icy shimmery shade, and then like a deeper shimmery shade. It's really nice. Then I'm taking a little bit of these e.l.f. like liquid drops, and this is in the shade Disco, and I'm placing that on the lid just to give it a little bit of extra shine. And then for lashes, I'm using the Eyelure Definition 126. Alright, so now that I have my lashes on, I want to spruce up the inner corner, and you guys know that I was looking at that shade Mojito Mami, so I'm going to take my little eye highlighting brush. I'm going to go in with Mojito Mami and see if I can spice up that inner corner a little bit. Now that's pretty. Now let's see if we can spruce it up a little bit more. I'm going to take Play It Cool and see if I can get it to like brighten it a little bit. Ooh. I likes. Okay, so now we're going to zoom out and we're going to move on to the face. Before I do my lower lash line, I like to go ahead and start on my face. So I'm just going to slowly take these off. Okay, so skin is prepped and we're ready to go ahead and move on to my foundation. So I'm going to start with concealer. For my concealer, I'm going in with e.l.f.'s 16-Hour Camo Concealer. I am in the shade Tan Neutral. I forgot to clean up that green. I'm doing in my foundation and my concealer together. For foundation today, I'm going in with the Maybelline Fit Me foundation. This is the matte and poreless. I'm in shade 332 Golden Caramel. Oh my god, that was so much. I'm gonna try to get it back in. Let's see if I like, look at the inside of the cap. It's good foundation though, and it's inexpensive. So I'm also adding a little bit of my NYX warming drops. So just make sure you add as much or as little as you may need. Look, and I'm also trying to use as much of this product that's on the my dish as possible. So now to set the rest of my face, I'm using this Wet n Wild pressed powder in the shade Golden Tan. I'm going to use a fluffy brush, and that's just going to help, you know, lightly, just so that I don't get any type of skipping when it comes to like my bronzer and blush and highlight. So I just lightly put that on, and I'm only pressing this in the areas that I used foundation. So to set my concealer, I'm going in with my Beauty Bakery Flour Powder in the shade Cassava, and I'm going to go ahead and set underneath my eyes with the brush, and then I'm going to take my Beauty Blender and set around my nose and any other area that I might want to set with like a brightening powder. Now I can move on to bronzing the face. I'm using this Colourpop bronzer. This is from their Coconut line, and this bronzer is in Talk to the Palm. I'm going to be using my favorite bronzer brush. This is called Blush and Powder Brush, and this is by Essence of Beauty. Essence, yeah. Such a nice bronzer. This bronzer is so pretty, and I love the packaging. Like, how cute is that? Okay, so now that I am properly bronzed, I'm going to go in with a blush shade out of my MAC. This is just a pretty much like a Z palette, and I got a bunch of blushes and contour shades from MAC and I put it in this palette. So for this look, I'm gonna go in with Copper Tone by MAC, which is really pretty like neutral blush. So nothing that's too pink, you know? So we're taking a little bit of Copper Tone and oh, that's perfect. Nothing that's too, you know, too pink, too orange, because I feel like my lip color is pretty neutral. And then for a highlight, I'm gonna go in with the Strobe highlight from Makeup Revolution. This is in the shade Holographic Light. I've used this in another video before. Oh, my blue video where I wanted it to be like a blue tinge, but it actually turned out to be more, what was it? It was more green. So hello, perfect. Yeah, I think that's good. Now I'm gonna contour my nose. On top of this, because it's looking a little like weird to me, I'm gonna add a little bit of Trophy Wife just because it has a little bit of that, like that gold. So it's green, but you know, it'll work better with my skin. I feel like it's a little more warm, but that's good. So what I think I'm gonna do is I am gonna take a little bit more of that white. Oof. Back into our Minted palette, our Mint to Be palette. I'm going to take the shade Ice Cold and I'm going to place it on the outer part, and then on the inner part I'm going to take Mojito Mami, and I'm gonna I want it to be like split like that. Does that make sense? You'll see. So that's what we're gonna do. And I'm gonna bring it like more inwards so that it's not like a halfway thing. For liner, I'm using my Colourpop liner in Swerve. Favorite black liner ever. Like even over, I used to love Marc Jacobs. This took over. For mascara, I'm using my Colourpop Voluminizing Mascara, and this is in the shade Black on Black. It's black on black on black. And now we can go ahead and move on to lips. For lips, I'm definitely using my Morphe gloss in Pixie. And for liner, I'm going to be using my BFF3. Really great gloss. So that completes this look, guys. What do you all think? I love it. It is totally giving me spring vibes. It's really helping to boost my attitude because, man, like... So the formula of this is much like the formula for the rest of the palettes. It goes on smoothly. It's a beautiful palette. It's so pretty and versatile. I cannot even believe that this is, you know... Like, I can't wait to see what else they come up with. I know they have like that yellow, but wouldn't it be cool if they had like a pastel yellow? Like, there's so many different combinations, like monochrome palettes that they can do. Like, they have a strawberry one, but I think if they made one that was like red, like reds, not just like those red family leaves, like red. I don't know. I'm sure that they will come up with something else because these monochrome palettes are magnifique. I mean, if you think about it, 9 shades, how can you go wrong? So you have 9 shades for 12 bucks. It's not bad. I have made it so that I got all of them. So I have all of these. So that wraps up this video. I really hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please consider subscribing to my channel and give it a thumbs up if you did like this look. And until next time, beauties, mwah, stay blessed.